Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another stream. I hope you guys are all doing well today. Welcome back, guys. Today we've got a fair few things that I want to talk about for today's stream. A fair few things I want to, show you guys for Bitcoin that I feel like no one's really paying attention to, right? Like, yes, we know Bitcoin, okay, is in fact having a drop, and that it did in fact have a drop, and right now, Bitcoin is not really moving, right? It's holding at pretty much $26,000, and we know pretty much the entire crypto market was dropping as well, right? Of course, if Bitcoin is dropping, then the entire market pretty much will follow and drop with it, right? We all pretty much know that. If Bitcoin is dropping, then majority of altcoins will follow and drop with it. If Bitcoin is pumping, then you guys already know that everything else will just pump with it as well. So in today's stream, I really want to talk about that. Okay, some patterns that I have in fact been mentioning before throughout my previous streams and of course my previous videos. There is in fact a fair few patterns. But yes, right now Bitcoin is not looking too good. But understand, guys, the next bull market is in fact about to happen. Okay, I really want you guys to really pay attention to that, right? Understand the next bull market is in fact about to happen, meaning we're going to see huge pumps, okay, and of course trillions of dollars coming into the crypto market. The reason why I say trillions of dollars, because we know a lot of institutions, okay, the big guys, right, like BlackRock, Vanguard, Invesco, right, and many more other institutions, Fidelity, right, are in fact coming into the crypto space, right? They are in fact filing for Bitcoin ETFs. They are in fact getting into Bitcoin and crypto in general. So honestly, trillions of dollars are in fact about to enter the next, bull market. Okay, so please understand that, guys. So the next bull market is going to be absolutely insane. So I really want you guys to, be prepared for that. So long term, yes, it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin, but short term, right, it's not looking too good, I must say. It's not really, looking too good for Bitcoin. But right now is obviously the biggest opportunity right now to buy Bitcoin, to stack as much Bitcoin as you possibly can while Bitcoin is below 30K. And you have to admit, that's obviously a great investment, especially for long term. I mean, we should all be investing into Bitcoin long term, right? So yes, we know Bitcoin right now has obviously crashed, okay, a fair bit, okay. And I've told you guys, right, even in yesterday's stream, okay, this may not be over for Bitcoin. We might actually see Bitcoin drop further down to the downside. So right now, guys, you guys clearly see Bitcoin is holding at $26,000. Okay, you guys clearly see it's actually dropping a bit more. So if we go to the 1 hour time frame, you guys clearly see that Bitcoin is actually slightly dropping further down. Okay, so early this morning, Bitcoin was around, 26,500. Right now it's currently at 26.2. So yeah, Bitcoin is in fact slightly having a drop. So we might actually see Bitcoin drop further down to the downside. The reason why I say that is because, we know Bitcoin broke this trend line, okay, just recently when the crash did in fact occur, okay. You guys can see that right there. So we might actually see Bitcoin drop further down to the downside, and okay, and I did in fact make some predictions on where the next target Bitcoin will hit. Potentially, maybe even $25,000, which is right over here. Maybe even 24, right? And a lot of people out there are in fact saying that Bitcoin might actually, okay, go all the way back down to around $20,000, which is all the way down here at this level. And this is obviously a key level. Okay, we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin reach $20,000 a fair bit, especially last year in 2022. You guys clearly see that. And we did in fact see Bitcoin bounce off this level as well back in March, right, early of March. So this is obviously a key level. And yeah, even though I've said many times we might not actually potentially see Bitcoin reach 20K, and still I don't think it's possible. It's just very unlikely to happen in my personal opinion. Okay, we might actually see Bitcoin reach 20K, but personally I just think it's very unlikely for us to see Bitcoin reach $20,000. That is just my personal opinion, right? So yeah, Bitcoin right now is holding at $26,000. The crypto market today is not really moving, just like pretty much this morning, right? Tonight, you guys clearly see not much movements are in fact happening for altcoins. Okay, you guys clearly see that for the past 24 hours, everything's just sort of having a slight drop, okay, to be expected, right? Not much movements are in fact happening for the cryptocurrency market, okay? So I don't really want to go through that because not much movements is in fact happening right now. But I do in fact want to jump into these charts. So Bitcoin right now, like I said, is at $26,000. Can Bitcoin hold this support level where it is right now? Can Bitcoin potentially hold this level where it is right now? Is it possible for us to see Bitcoin hold this level of 26k? Because if we actually go back to TradingView, we go back to the 1 hour time frame, you guys can see Bitcoin right now is in fact consolidating. Okay, so it's pretty much holding pretty strong at this level of $26,000. So we might actually potentially see, and I did in fact predict that this was in fact going to happen for Bitcoin. Okay, if you guys have in fact been watching my videos when the drop actually happened, I told you guys we might actually see Bitcoin continue consolidating at this level, because we know Bitcoin likes to consolidate a fair bit, right? Likes to move sideways a fair few times, and that's exactly what Bitcoin is doing right now. Okay, so we might actually see Bitcoin maybe in the next few days, potentially, right? Who knows? But potentially in the next few days, we might actually see Bitcoin continue consolidate at this level and potentially drop further down to the downside, potentially. Okay, I'm not saying it will, but potentially we might actually see that happen for Bitcoin since it broke that trend line, right? That support level. So that's that. So yeah, personally, right, I think Bitcoin won't hold this support level. I think it's going to drop further down to the downside. And I'm pretty sure we can all agree. And guess what, guys, right? If Bitcoin is going to drop further down, I am going to buy more, right? I'm already buying the dip for Bitcoin. And I know you guys are hopefully, fingers crossed, buying the dip right now, because right now is the perfect time to, buy Bitcoin and crypto, right? So personally, if I see more pullbacks, more retests back down for Bitcoin, I'm obviously going to, buy more, right? So that's that. Moving on to this chart, okay, we are in fact showing, okay, Bitcoin is obviously showing a buy signal right now. Okay, so you guys clearly see ever since the FTX collapse happened, it dropped a lot. You guys clearly see that right there. So this was a massive, massive buy signal. And surprisingly, obviously, we know this was in fact Bitcoin's previous low, right, around $15,000. And of course, we saw Bitcoin at like 16k for the most part, right? And at one point, it actually went all the way up to like $18,000, and then it dropped back down to like 16k. So yeah, for the most part, at that time, we saw Bitcoin stuck at like $16,000 for a long period of time, actually, for like almost like a month, over a month, literally, which was absolutely insane. And then obviously out of nowhere, Bitcoin just started to pump up to the upside. So you guys can see ever since we had this massive drop down a couple of days ago, it's showing a buy signal, right? And to understand, guys, right, we have in fact been in the buy zone for a long period of time. Even though right now, yeah, Bitcoin drop is obviously a better buy right now, but understand even when Bitcoin was in fact at like 30k a couple of weeks ago, that was still a great buy. So understand that, guys. So imagine what I think right now when Bitcoin is all the way down at $26,000. But yeah, this is a great opportunity to get into Bitcoin and of course stack more Bitcoin, right? Now, yeah, short term, this is a short term structure for Bitcoin. So yes, we know Bitcoin is in fact consolidating at $26,000. We might actually see another retest back down to the downside. Okay, a swing low, and it might go all the way down to around $24,000, $24.7 and then we will in fact see Bitcoin potentially bounce back up, to 30k. And I told you guys, once we actually break that resistance line of pretty much 32k, we're gonna see Bitcoin, have another leg up to the upside, like what we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin the entire year for 2023. Bitcoin has obviously been slowly recovering up to the upside, right? I think that will continue on. It's not going to stop from here. I think we will in fact see Bitcoin pump even more. Okay, and I really do still think, right? I've been predicting Bitcoin will potentially reach at least 50k towards, the end of this year, right? So I still think that is very, very possible. Nothing has changed. Okay, my opinion hasn't changed ever since this drop did in fact happen, because I think this is just short term, So I think Bitcoin will easily, bounce back up from all of this. So understand the next bull market is in fact about to happen for Bitcoin. Now, what I really want to show you guys, okay, for today's stream is this chart right here. This is what I really want to show you guys. This chart right here. Okay, this chart is really important, and I love this chart. You know, I love charts like this where it's very simple to see. Okay, and you guys clearly see where Bitcoin might potentially be heading in the next bull market. Okay, so $200,000. Now that is a very possible. Okay, I feel like no one is really seeing this for Bitcoin. Like the potential Bitcoin has for the next, you know, bull run, for the next bull cycle. Like Bitcoin's gonna pump, guys. Like I said, okay, trillions, literally trillions of dollars will come in to the crypto market. A lot of big institutions are in fact coming into this space, right, in the crypto space. Okay, so literally in the next bull market, trillions of dollars is going to be poured into the crypto market. So you can imagine where Bitcoin will in fact be heading in the next bull cycle, right? It's gonna absolutely pump like crazy. Okay, you know, in the next bull market, it's going to be completely different compared to, you know, these other previous bull markets that we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin. You know, the next one, of course, I'm talking the year 2025, of course, it's going to be so different compared to these other previous bull markets that we have in fact been seeing. So 200K is very possible, right? Long term. Yeah, short term, you guys clearly see we hit a bottom of $15,000, and Bitcoin is slowly forming a new pattern up to the upside. So, you know, obviously we are in fact in recovery mode from previous lows, which was 15K during this, you know, bear market. And you guys clearly see pretty much it's all ups from here. Understand, every single time we hit a low, you know, at bottom, Bitcoin does in fact slowly recover up to the upside, and that's exactly what it's doing right now. And then it does in fact have a pump. Of course, we have to get through, you know, the Bitcoin halving, and once the halving actually happens, then that is pretty much when we will in fact see, you know, Bitcoin pump straight away. Now understand, obviously we know that, you know, once the halving actually happens, okay, it's going to happen around April next year in 2024. Once the halving happens, we're not going to see Bitcoin pump straight away, right? You got to give it time, right? Throughout Bitcoin history, ever since, you know, the halvings have in fact been happening for Bitcoin, every single time the halving happens, we don't see Bitcoin pump straight away, right? So you got to give it time. And that's why I've been mentioning many times, towards the end of 2024, that's when we will really see Bitcoin pump. Okay, and of course throughout 2025. So yes, $200,000 is very possible for Bitcoin in the next bull market. So be excited for that for all my Bitcoin holders out there, right? Now, Bitcoin Magazine tweeted this out, very simple, right? Only 21 million Bitcoins forever. That's it. Okay, that is it, guys. Okay, and I've been talking about this many times. Okay, it's so scarce. People have no idea how scarce Bitcoin really is. And understand, a lot of addresses are in fact holding one full Bitcoin, and they're not selling it. They are simply just holding it for long term, right? We know that. I have already covered that in my previous streams and of course my previous videos. We all know that, guys. So understand, right? There's not enough Bitcoins, right, a coin, for everyone to hold and of course to own. You know what I mean? There's, like, do the math, right? There's 8 billion people on Earth, and there's only 21 million Bitcoins. So just think about that. And around 75% of all Bitcoins are in fact being held right now by, you know, long-term holders. So just think about that, guys. People are now starting to understand and realize where Bitcoin is heading long-term, right? So that's very important, guys. Okay, that's very important. Now, of course, the FinGreed index, of course, I gotta, you know, give you guys a little update on this. Right now, it's currently at 38, so we're still in fear. Okay, so it seems like investors are sort of feeling a bit fearful right now. Okay, which is, you know, which is good. Okay, and of course, the reason why I say it's good is because for us people that are in fact really bullish and are greedy, we should be buying right now. While everyone else is panicking, you know, panic selling, we should be doing the complete opposite and buy, right? While everyone else is selling. Right now, I'm telling us right now is the perfect time to buy. I'm telling us that right now. It's the perfect time to buy as much Bitcoin and your favorite altcoins right now at this very moment. Okay, not financial advice, obviously, just my personal opinion, but we all know, okay, right now is obviously the perfect time, like literally the best time right now to buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can. Of course, your favorite altcoins, right? So that's that. So yes, everyone's still feeling fearful. August right now, not looking too good at all. Okay, you guys can see down over 11%, 11.3%. So August has not been looking too good. Okay, we are in fact coming up to the end of August as well. This month is about to end. Okay, so we're about to enter the new month, which is going to be September, and we know September is not going to be a great month as well for Bitcoin. We all know that. Usually September, Bitcoin does not perform that great, and you guys can see that throughout previous years: 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, even 2017, right? So literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years in a row. Literally the month of September, 6 years in a row, Bitcoin has not been performing that great. So I'm not expecting anything too exciting for this year for September. I'm really not. I think September next month, Bitcoin's not gonna perform that great, right? Potentially, right? Who knows? It could be a twist, and we might actually see Bitcoin pump, but potentially maybe not. But you guys can see October. October should be an amazing month for Bitcoin. Okay, so we will see, you guys, right? But I'm not expecting anything too huge for September. But that's that. Now, in other news, okay, now this is actually crazy. I actually saw this on Twitter. Okay, so just in, okay, Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin transfers 600 Ethereum, which is estimated to be $1 million, literally pretty much $1 million, to Coinbase. Why? Right? Why did Vitalik Buterin transfer $1 million worth of Ethereum to Coinbase, like out of nowhere? Okay, like why did he do this? Okay, and not even know if this was actually him himself, but it has to be, right? This is what the news article is saying. Okay, that Vitalik Buterin, okay, transfers literally $1 million worth of Ethereum to Coinbase, which is like 600 ETH. And you guys can see this is the transaction right here. Okay, you guys can see this is in fact the transaction history. And you guys can see right here, USD amount over $1 million, literally just over $1 million. And you guys see the amount of Ethereum right here is 600. Why? Why did he do this? No one actually really knows. This literally just happened like right now, like literally like an hour ago, and no one really knows. So I found this pretty interesting, right? But I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments down below why Vitalik Buterin decided to transfer $1 million worth of Ethereum to Coinbase. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know. Personally, I have no idea, but that's that, right? Okay, so this is actually pretty funny. Someone just says here, you should try to reach out to Crypto's R Us. You're like a younger version of him, on the right track. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. And you know what's crazy, guys? I actually watch Crypto's R Us. But yeah, he's honestly one of my favorite like crypto YouTubers for sure, right? But I appreciate you for that comment. I really do. How am I gonna reach out to him though? You know what I mean? That would be pretty cool though. But yeah, guys, crypto right now is not really moving. I feel like for the past few days, not much movements has in fact been happening. Ever since we had this crash happen for the crypto market, ever since then, Bitcoin hasn't really been moving. It's been consolidating, right? And other altcoins have been consolidating as well. But Bitcoin is actually dropping right now. Let's go to the 15-minute mark instead of 1 hour and see what happens. Because right now Bitcoin is dropping. Let's just see what happens. But yeah, I just feel like it's obviously a perfect buy right now for a lot of these altcoins. We know they are literally dirt cheap. Okay, a lot of these altcoins have dropped a lot from their previous highs to where they are now. They are so much lower right now compared to where they were in previous bull markets, right? So right now is a great time to buy as much crypto as you possibly can. And if you guys haven't seen my most previous videos, you should definitely check them out. I actually made a video on Chainlink today. Okay, I actually made a video on Chainlink. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I literally uploaded like a few hours ago. I should definitely check out that video, because you guys know I'm really bullish on Chainlink. I actually bought some Chainlink, early this morning. Okay, I bought a bag of it because it's now back down at $6, right? I believe it was at like $7 when this crash didn't happen. Yeah, you guys can just see it was in fact at $7, then it dropped all the way to like $6. So I thought to myself, Chainlink is a great buy right now. So I just decided that this morning I might as well go ahead and buy some more Chainlink, and that's exactly what I did. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's stream. This was probably a short stream compared to my other ones, but it's better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, I just really wanted to come on here and talk to you guys, give you guys an update what's happening with the Bitcoin, show you guys these charts that no one else is seeing for Bitcoin, right? I feel like everyone's just talking about Bitcoin dropping down to like $25,000 to like 24 to 23 to like even 20k and below 20k. No one's talking about where Bitcoin is heading long term. I feel like everyone's just trying to make others like spooked out, and we shouldn't be. You know what I mean? So I'm just out here trying to make sure that you guys are not spooked out by this. Okay, do not sell your Bitcoin. Do not panic sell. Simply just buy more and hodl. Right? This is not the time to sell, guys. Trust me on that one. Right? Why would you sell now and we are in fact about to enter, the next bull market? Right? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so obviously right now is not the right time to sell. Do not panic sell. Do not be spooked out. Even though, yes, Bitcoin's going to most likely drop further down more to the downside. Okay, we're going to have more pullbacks. Don't be spooked out by it. Buy more, right? Accumulate more. Take that as an opportunity to buy more, right? So I'm just out here just trying to make sure you guys are all good. You know what I mean? Do not be spooked out. Okay, simply just buy and hodl. That's simply it. Do not sell your Bitcoins right now. This is not the time to sell. Okay? But that's that. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's stream. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really would appreciate that as always. If you guys haven't seen my most previous videos, definitely check them out. And I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.